The next day we set off to my favorite Maltese town, Mdina. This small place, originally the capital of the island, is filled with a history. Mdina is Malta's old capital city, also called Silent City, has a history of dating back more than 4,000 years. The place attracted many filmmakers, including Game of Thrones. It was here that a handful of movie scenes took place, including the farewell between Catelyn and Ned Stark. The entry to King's Landing, which is Mdina's main gate, is very distinctive because of the two stone-carved lions on either side of the entrance to the city. To get inside, you need to cross a bridge guarded by a historic gate used in the first series of Game of Thrones. During the day, this place is noisy and full of tourists, but in the evening the hustle and bustle slowly disappears, and that's when you can see the true hidden beauty of this place. But more on that later. We are in Mdina. This is very famous historical site. It's very famous mainly because this place has been used as one of the locations for Game of Thrones. So we are very excited of being here. What spoiled it slightly that they still allowed the cars going that way. However, there's nothing can be done about it, as I'm guessing those cars are for the local residents. Right, let's see what we can find here. Immediately after passing through the gate, we turn right and see the entrance to an underground dungeon, where you can learn a little about the dark side of the medieval punishment system using torture. Taking into account the graphic aspect of this historical exhibition, we do not recommend this place for children or people with weak stomachs. As for other tourists, it's definitely a place worth visiting. After visiting this dark underground dungeon of the Middle Ages, we finally come to the surface where you can take a breath of fresh air. Our mood immediately improves and we go for a walk through the narrow, beautiful streets of Mdina. Mdina Cathedral Museum comes into view. The cathedral's building is really impressive. You can visit picture galleries and underground catacombs here, but at the moment there is not much to see in catacombs. The Cathedral Museum in Mdina and its archives really deserve its proud reputation of being a crossroad of faith and the culture, epitomizing the actual function of the church museum. The interior of the cathedral is truly impressive. You can see a significant difference in style between Gothic and Baroque. The dominant color here is sand yellow. Most of the buildings are made of material in that color. Multicolored flowers grow along the streets. The whole thing goes perfectly with the blue sky. We are looking around for the next place where the Game of Thrones was filmed. We sit down in a small square to eat lunch and then immediately remember Littlefinger's place, located right next to our restaurant. This is where the Ned Stark choked this two-faced guy in the first series of Game of Thrones. Here we also eat the largest fatira in Malta. I recommend ordering one portion to avoid the mistake we made. While you're here, take a moment to explore the labyrinth of streets in Mdina until you reach its bastions, which are famous known from having the best views of Malta. Another quick look from the walls of Mdina. The surrounding landscape is breathtaking. While waiting for the evening to come, we go for the dinner to a local Michelin star restaurant called Fork and Cork. The food served in the restaurant deserves special mention. The finesse of taste and artistic decoration is a feast for the eye and the palate. We highly recommend this place. The sun's slowly going down and we're getting ready for our night walk in Mdina. We are here in Mdina in nighttime. It's a completely different experience. It's much quieter, much more pleasant, less people. After dark, when the couch loads of people have departed and the main attractions have closed their doors, Mdina really turns into the silent city. It is still very pretty though and very atmospheric, making a trip here after dark well worth it. We park the car on the outskirts of the city and go for a calming, soothing walk through the narrow streets of Mdina. Mdina is very well signposted and easy to find if you are driving yourself. There's ample parking, especially at night, right outside the main gate. When you're in a town, you might also want to look out for a house near the bastions with many pretty flowers outside. There is a rumor to be haunted by the ghost of Maltese knight. He took his own life after the woman who lived here rejected him. Unfortunately, we didn't find the house, or maybe we didn't look properly for it. That way or the other, coming to Mdina in the night is well worth it, and we can recommend this amazing experience to anyone who would like to see the true beauty of this town without the crowd. The next day we pass through Rabat. It's not a coincidence. We are here again because of Game of Thrones. We visit one of the Rabat gardens, where Ned Stark talks to Cersei and where the important words are uttered. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground. In Rabat there is a cave where the Virgin Mary had appeared according to the legend and spoke to a local bird hunter who had taken refuge in the cave. In 1450 the Dominican monks came to Malta and built their first monastery on this cave. The Church of St. Dominicans and the Blessed Virgin is now established there. Here you can also see exhibition The Dominicans and visit the local church with the underground chamber. Located in 15th century priory, there is a room providing the cultural and religious tourism experience. The history and the culture of the Maltese Dominican order is portrayed in audiovisual dimension, delving also into the religious perspective over the years. The fusion of audiovisual technology and the priceless display of various artifacts will enchant visitors, providing a better understanding of the history, the cultural milieu of a building, the exhibits with the museum, and the priory itself. While in Rabat, we approach another garden known as St. Anton Garden. Again, this is a location previously used for the Game of Thrones series. The gardens were open to be enjoyed by the general public in 1882. The garden is really big. Here you can admire slowly walking peacocks, lizard, and even local tortoise. Beautiful colors and omnipresent peace encourage you to visit this amazing place. The St. Anton Gardens are probably the best known as Ireland's public gardens. They're formally light-out gardens, beautifully contrasting with some rustic touches, invite you to wander around many walkways to explore its wide varieties of flowers and mature trees from around the world, some of them which are over 300 years old. Sit on a park bench for a while, enjoy the lazy sunshine in the company of the sleepy cats, and amuse yourself by observing an extended family of ducks and swans swimming around the ornamental ponds with their turtle companions. In the evening we go to St. Paul's Bay, where we hope to taste local seafood. To my disappointment, the place is full of noise and loud people moving in different directions. We quickly move to the outskirts of the city. After a short escapade, we managed to find an excellent place, Zigamar, a local restaurant. This place, recommended by many internet users, turned out to be a hit. The meals served satisfied even most demanding customers. The next day we go to Gozo, the second largest island in the Maltese archipelago. The island is the reason why we came to Malta in the first place. To get to the island, you need to buy a ferry ticket, which costs about €5 per person and €10 for a passenger car. The journey takes approximately 20 minutes. There is a pleasant atmosphere on the upper deck of the ferry. It's warm and sunny. We see fantastic landscapes that satisfy even the most demanding travelers. When sailing to Gozo, I didn't realize that the island is actually not that small, and the towns here are teeming with life, and the local monuments are astonishing. We quickly disembark and continue our journey. The first monument on our list is the old Takola windmill. This is one of the few surviving windmills on the Maltese island, dating from the Knights period. The 200-year-old building is a living testimony to our forefathers' way of life, marked with the hardship and daily struggles.
We're in Takola Windmill, and this is the workshop where all the restoration of the windmill would be taken care of. Also, when the windmill wasn't active, the windmill guy would repair other things such as carts, he would shoe horses, repair barrels, that type of thing. So this was his workshop.
The windmill, much like a local parish church, was one of the main focal points of village life, providing the villagers with flour for the production of bread, the most stable and indispensable food item at the time. Inside the facility there is a museum that shows the ordinary life of a man who dealt with the windmill during his life. We visit a small workshop, a dining room and the bedroom of the windmill worker and his family. The first floor is equipped with the vernacular furniture meant to recreate the domestic dwelling, common in most local rural areas of the centuries past. The last employee of the windmill left in the 1980s. Finally, it was the time to see the long-awaited Gigantea. Gigantea is located about 10 minutes walk from the old windmill. After passing through the small museum, Gigantea suddenly appears in front of our eyes. In answer to why this particular object interested me the most was because no one really knows how this object was built, when and why. There are of course many theories, mainly presented by so-called mainstream archaeologists, but as I mentioned, there are just theories. My attention was caught by one of the episodes of the Ancient Apocalypse, presented by my favorite journalist Graham Hancock. I highly recommend watching this short Netflix series for those who are open to the alternative theories. So we are at Gigantea, one of the megalithic structures in Malta and Gozo. It's an incredible place built of massive stones, which some of them exceed 50 tons of weight. Nobody really knows what this temple was built for. They suspect it has something to do with the sacrificing animals, but not for sure. Some mainstream archaeologists think that this temple is about 3600 BC to 2500 BC, but nobody really knows. Some journalists like Graham Hancock thinks this place can be much older than this, but again there is no enough evidence to back this theory up. Very cool place, very interesting. The Gigantea temples in Malta are some of the eldest freestanding structures in the world. They're even older than the Egyptian pyramids. The temples were built without use of any metal tools or wheel. That shows impressive skills of the people who lived at that time. Archaeologists and historians have studied the site and believe it was used to fertility rituals hundreds of years ago. The building itself is truly impressive. Visiting the building raises more questions than answers. Questions like who built it, when, how, and why. Those questions keep bombarding my mind. We move further towards the next archaeological attractions, Menadra temples. The Menadra prehistoric temples lie along the southern coast of Malta. Built between 3600 and 2500 BC, those hard limestone temples are the oldest surviving freestanding structures in the world. 1,000 years before ancient Egyptians built their Great Pyramid at Giza, the Neolithic inhabitants of Malta laid the stones of the Menandra prehistoric temples, making them perhaps the world's earliest freestanding structures still exist. The next on our list, Tal-Mixta Cave. The easiest, faster and safest way to get to the cave is by a car. You can park your vehicle along narrow road, and from there you will have to walk for about 500 meters to the cave. Tal-Mixta Cave is a natural cave located on the eastern side of Ramla Bay. It is very commonly confused with Calypso Cave, which is located on the other side of the same bay. It has become increasingly crowded by both Maltese and the tourists, raising ecological concerns. Tal-Mixta Cave is a picturesque cave high up on the hill of Nadur. The view from the half-open cave is breathtaking, and we quickly forget about the difficulties of hiking in the unbearable heat. Salt, the life-sustaining mineral and natural preservative, has held immersive value throughout the history. In Roman times and the Middle Ages, it was so precious that it was a form of currency. In the Maltese culture, art of salt harvesting, processing from seawater using traditional methods, has been a cherished family tradition passed down through the generations. For centuries, those local families and their salt pans have not only met the demand for salt, but have also provided employment and business opportunities to many locals. At the end of the day, we stopped at a roadside restaurant, Country Terrace. The view from the balcony where we sat was breathtaking, and the food served, as usual, did not disappoint. This time we ate seafood again and the local delicacy rabbit stew. Another successful day in Malta has been completed. Okay guys, that's it in this episode. Thank you very much for being with us. If you enjoy our video, please like and subscribe to help us create more contents like this. We will see you again very soon in the last episode of our epic trip to Malta, where we're going to take you to Blue Lagoon. So see you again soon.